Hey guys, welcome back to the Creator Club save here on FIFA 22. Thank you for your feedback, most importantly, on the last episode, where obviously we were having the issues post-patch with the AI just scoring super unrealistic goals and it being a little, well, not even a little bit, it was just entirely unfair with the slider settings we'd been using throughout the previous, 4 years. Real life 4 years on career mode. So over the weekend and after obviously I uploaded the last episode, I asked you guys, initially I said, and I have done, found a slider setting that just makes it basically how it was. And the decision was, do we do that and then continue on from where we were, having been beaten 9-1 on aggregate in the playoffs against Stoke and start Season 3 in the Championship? Or do we go back to the reload, do the playoffs again with the adjusted sliders so that it's fairer, basically, and see what happens? I could quite possibly lose the playoffs again and we still end up in the Championship. A lot of those that were against the replaying of the playoffs were kind of thinking that I was just kind of trying to make sure that I go up, which is entirely not the point. If I wanted to stay in the Premier League, I'd have made sure I didn't get bloody relegated in the first place. But it's purely to have a fairer playing field. And obviously, I did the vote, you can see on screen the result of the vote, heavily in favour of replaying these two games against Stoke, which, as we say, could quite possibly lead to me still losing and staying in the Championship anyway. So we'll see what happens. But the sliders that I changed are, so this is now the slider set that I use. With regards to the CPU, shot error is at 52 now. The main issue wasn't necessarily that the goalkeepers weren't getting to those top corner shots, although that is still a problem and the devs are looking into it for us. The biggest issue was that every shot was going into that top corner, where the goalkeepers have been patched to not get there anywhere near as often, meaning that every shot went in. So I tried altering the goalkeeper sliders and it didn't have that much of an effect. The most important thing wasn't necessarily trying to make the goalkeepers get to those top corner shots. It was upping the shot error of the AI so that they're not shooting into that postage stamp spot every single time they shoot. So my shot error was in the about 40, early 40s, 40 to 42 I think was where it was. Pass error is still the same at 30. I think, no, I upped it from 15 to 30, didn't I? It was at 15, I've upped it to 30. And everything else is exactly the same exactly default, sorry, for the AI, other than first touch control error, which is at 40. So 40 for first touch control error for the CPU, shot error at 52, and pass error at 30. My own sliders, ordinarily, I never touch these. Everything is at 50 other than goalkeeper ability, which is bumped to 56. So it's a balance of having the keepers be slightly better to reach those top corner shots and have the AI not be quite so accurate when they're shooting for those top corner spots. With regards to the CPU goalkeeper, because obviously it's user input for me shooting against the AI goalkeeper, I'm not accurate enough to get it in the top corner every time anyway, so it wasn't as much of an issue. So I didn't need to tweak the AI goalkeepers or the CPU goalkeeper at all, but I did need to tweak my goalkeeper. So that's what I've done, and I replayed these playoffs 7 or 8 times, I think, with a variety of different slider settings, and this was the one that I found had the most balanced approach. In fact, I drew both games, draw both games, and it went to penalties. I had it basically sprayed from one end to the other. I had games where it was still the same as it was, where I was losing 4 or 5-0 every game, and then on the other end, it was there were games where Stoke just couldn't score at all. So I've kind of found that middle ground, that sweet spot. That's, for me, the way that I play and the way that, obviously, the games tend to go with me controlling one side. You guys might find something different and find a middle ground that suits you a bit better with a little bit more tweaking, but I thought I'd show you where I am, so perhaps that gives you kind of a default spot to start from. You can perhaps compare that with what my previous sliders were Check the last episode for that. And then from there, you can figure it out for yourselves, I guess. Put your own research in. So, welcome to the Championship playoffs. Leg 1 against Stoke City. With adjusted sliders, we may well still end up losing and being knocked out and staying in the Championship for next year, but at least we'll do so on a level playing field now. Can see Stoke's starting lineup there on the left-hand side, so I'm not going to wait for the in-game menus to waste any more of your time after that elongated intro. To the Stoke City FC Stadium we go, where hopefully it'll just be fair. Allen through the gap to Brown. Forward there to Surridge, laid off nicely. He's just gone offside, or just ran offside of the man out wide, but he will be found now, Doherty. Forward from left wing back. We have traditionally struggled against 5-back formations in this save. Alvarez has done really nicely there to win that back. Devin Wrench just going to have to get away from the man that was closing him down. We'll look inside for support from Riley McGree. Ferguson will find him again. And then here is Tyrese Campbell. You can see the movement from Alvarez out wide, and that extra little burst of pace will help. We'll stand it up into the middle where McGree was there. James Chester gets up to win the header and will clear it away for Stoke City, and we'll stay at 0-0 for now. But if we can win this header, we could perhaps create something else. Ferguson to Alvarez, into Tyrese Campbell, just trying to keep it away from everybody around me, but can't get it away from Edwards. Movement around me was good, but not the opportunity for the pass, unfortunately. That's a big switch by Etebo. Doty will get to it, and he's away from Wrench, not once but twice. Forcing himself all the way back. I overran it. He overran it. Here's Sam Surridge. Good save by the keeper. That's the difference. That sort of effort with the previous slider settings would have just flown tops. Even though it wasn't super powerful, the keeper was able to get there, and it wasn't quite in the corner as it would have been previously. Still needed a good save and still stood a good chance of going in. And on other occasions may well have gone in. But on this occasion, we do get the save. Brown is in here, and the defence was pulled this way and that there. Here's Smith forward from right wing back. Kakachi trying to deal with him. He's got the support with him, trying to turn the man back towards. Oh, he's onside here, is he? Sam Surridge turns it home. Stoke lead by a goal to 0. Was trying to turn the man out wide back towards Aronson so I could close him down. Yeah, he's just onside and he's tucked it home. Keeper no chance from such close range. Stoke 1. Chesnoid FC 0. Not the start to the playoffs that we were hoping for. But there's still plenty of time to find an equaliser and or more. Etebo is giving it straight to Aronson. Tackled. That'll be our throw. Be their throw. Okay, brilliant. Oh, cheers, Joe. Can I please have the... No, loose ball. Okay. Smith quickly in there to Brown. Nicely worked. Alvarez having to tuck in. Oh, it's just opened up for Joe Allen there. And Surridge, good block by Amadou. Stoke still looking dangerous here. Look like they're very capable of cutting us apart and adding a second. I'll lift this looking for Aronson, and he should have the pace to get to that. And he's away and in behind. Brendan Aronson had to wait a little while for the ball to just settle in front of him. And as he was shooting, he was getting tugged at by the defender. He had to get clean away there if we were going to have the best possible chance of scoring. The keeper's going to come for this, and Davies is going to hold on to it well. Oh, not the best of throws up, but they get away with it. We certainly could and perhaps should have equalised there. Amadou does well. But we have the confidence now from that chance that we can get in behind and potentially hurt this Stoke City backline. Riley McGree will turn and look to get away from Etebo, who's with me. Trying to poke it out wide to Aronson, which won't happen, unfortunately. We are 1-0 down at the break. 25% of the way through these playoffs. Martin picks it out nicely. Aronson, why he played that through the defender's legs, I've no idea. I can't quite get the ball forward quickly enough to the men that I wanted to further up the field. Wrench will look forward here for Lewis Ferguson. Just try and turn the men that were with me. Can I find Riley McGree? Can I find Julian Alvarez? We can. Oh, dreamy finish from Julian Alvarez. Level at the Stoke City FC Stadium. What a finish from the young man. Absolutely delighted with that. We're level in leg 1. Let's go, boys. Brilliant finish. Ordinarily, I haven't really been taking chances like that or trying to shoot like that because I haven't had the quality in the side to do so. But Julian Alvarez comes up with a belter of a finish there. That's super. Of course, we haven't changed my shot accuracy or their goalkeeper ability at all with these slider changes. So, That's just a very good finish, as it happens. 1-1 here. Lewis Ferguson through the gap there to Riley McGree. I'll use the right back first. Julian Alvarez was tucked quite narrow there. Riley McGree, I'm going to drill this trying to find Tyrese Campbell, who's found well. McGree's made a good run, but I can't quite get it to him. Do still have Devin Wrench out wide here. Well, it's Julian Alvarez, actually, and whipped towards the back post. Brendan Harrison can't get there. Lewis Ferguson might rise to win this. He tried. He didn't. Brown knocks that down nicely to himself. And this could be a decent Stoke counter-attack here. They've slowed it up, but we have now managed to get bodies back in defence, thankfully. Can I get to that with Ainsley Maitland-Niles? Yes, we can. Well done. Aronson forward to Riley McGree. Movement on the right for Julian Alvarez again. And the defenders just seem not to want to close him down. Our record signing this season may well have just given us the impetus to push forward to the playoff final. You see the defender's just not that interested in him. And he's buried that. Absolutely buried it. And again, to reiterate, because I know there would be naysayers, you can tell from the sliders that I put on, I haven't made any adjustments to the way that the defence plays. The only thing I've changed is the AI shot accuracy and the ability of my own goalkeeper, which has no impact at all on my players' ability to shoot, nor the quality of their goalkeeper. I know I'm going to have to battle those that are slightly sceptical, shall we say, is the phrase we'll use. But we now lead by 2-1 here at the Stoke City FC Stadium. Benik Afobe has been the thorn in my side against Stoke in previous games, and he is now on the field for them as we go from their offside to my offside. Benik Afobe looking to slot the ball through, but Uwe Martin is in the way. Kakachi forward to Aronson, and in there to Riley McGree, and forward to Tyrese Campbell. We'll spread it out wide. Devin Wrench. To Julian Alvarez. He's not really performed to this level ever, to be completely honest, in a Chesnoid FC shirt, but he's certainly picking up the level of his performances today. Itching to get in behind again. Onside to do so. Or deliver us a good ball. I think Riley McGree probably would have been offside had the ball found him, but it was a decent attempt. You can see the Stoke goalkeeper ushering his teammates forward. Get up the pitch. We're losing. We need to be going the other way, but got them on the back foot again. The pass from Tyrese Campbell isn't good enough to set Julian Alvarez through for a potential hat-trick here. But still, it's only one goal the difference from their 1-0 lead to our 2-1 lead. Anything can change. Smith heavily involved in their first goal. Trying to be heavily involved in their second. That hit the arm. Benik Afobe's there. What a save by Zach Carr to tip that over the top of the bar. Benik Afobe from close range, swivelling on it. And Zach Carr just able to tip it over the top. Corner to come in from this side then, from Etebo. Thompson's on for them. That should be keeper's ball, and is. Well done, Zach. With the switch. Out to Devin Wrench. Down the line. And nicely into Julian Alvarez. Laid inside to Lewis Ferguson. Ahead of Riley McGree. No. Space gone. There's a bit of space to maybe think about getting a shot or finding a key pass. Oh, Benik Afobe intercepts the pass from Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and Stoke might have the opportunity to have one more chance on goal before the end of this game. Benik Afobe finds Brown well. He's going to find Etebo on the far side even better, who's darted inside, lays it off to a teammate, deflected, I think, off Devin Wrench, and a last gasp equaliser for Stoke City. The man that set up the first, Smith, or was heavily involved in it at the very least, scores the goal that brings Stoke back level right at the end of this game. There's still another leg, of course, and away goals don't count at playoff level. So our 2 goals aren't really worth anything more than just 2 goals. Oh, and it's definitely the deflection off Devin Wrench that's taken it past the keeper. See here, keeper's going the right way, and then it's just flicked it the other way. He's trying to adjust his body, and he just can't. Stoke fight back late and fight back well. My changes are too little, too late now. That's going to be a 2-2 draw in the first game. We were so close to winning the first leg, but we haven't. Let's see what the result was in the other game between Bournemouth and Reading on the other half of the draw. We'll go to our post-match interview. Bournemouth were 1-0 up at half-time in that game, and Reading have turned it round. Although, again, to repeat, away goals don't count. In fact, there is no... I'm not sure actually what it's like in the League Cup now. But, because they used to be at semi-final stage, away goals could come into it. But, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe, other than that particular example, there are no away goal rules in football now, are there? Because it's not in European football at all this year. We'll take the equaliser on the chin and hope to be better at home. So, it's now just a single one-game playoff, basically, the same as the final. Power has been sold, meaning we have matched the youth development expectation of making £2.6 million profit from a youth player, or from youth players, from youth player sales total. I'm still gutted I didn't get that 7 streak, but Blackburn were able to get the better of me. We haven't done either of those, but we have done that one and both of those. I'm not going to get that one though, which is not going to please the board. If we don't get promoted, I don't so as I fear for my job, but I'd be slightly concerned that the board might think about letting me go. I'm going to take Aronson off and we will start Ben Brereton Diaz here in this next game. Other than that, though, we will be as we were. And Stoke look very similar as well. I think Vrancic might not have started that last one. They may have had a different left back as well. But other than that, I think that's the same 11 we've just played. Well, 2-2 from leg 1. Time to go to the No Identity Arena and try our best to win. Wrench inside to Ferguson and Alvarez. Not where that was supposed to go, that's for sure. Sam Surridge into Brown. Oh, I don't like this at all. Devin Wrench, please get to that. He's headed it up, not necessarily away. Ferguson will do the awaying. Julian Alvarez will switch this, looking for Aronson on the far side, but it's superbly intercepted by the defender. And Surridge is in here. Amadou just showing the strength to hold him off. Ferguson out wide then as we try and build again. Can we find accurate passes on this potential counter-attack? I'll look for Aronson down the line. Smith, again, is having a hell of a time. It's not Aronson, is it? It's Ben Brereton Diaz. I made the change, didn't I? Looking for Ben Brereton then on the left-hand side. Smith is having a great playoffs. Riley McGree draws the save out of Bursic. Julian Alvarez is having a great playoffs for us too, and I could maybe get him involved again here. He's going to get to that. And McGree will look for Campbell. Back to Lewis. Ferguson from distance. It's well blocked. Can Tyrese Campbell challenge for that? Damn well sure he can. And we'll keep possession too. I'd have loved a free kick from there though, if I'm being entirely honest. Julian Alvarez. I don't fancy it from there to whip it. Lewis Ferguson. Tyrese Campbell. He's on the edge of the box though. And a brilliant leaping save from Bursic to ensure we don't take the advantage in these playoffs. Decent delivery. Up goes... Oh, it's in! It's in! Tyrese Campbell. I didn't quite get the apology celebration off this time. We lead on aggregate and on the night again. Just over the line. Their goalkeeper doing superbly well to force 2 top quality saves. And from the final corner, brilliant header by Campbell. The keeper doesn't get there, hits the bar, then hits Fox on the line and goes in. If it had just hit the bar, would it have stayed out, I wonder? Keeper at full stretch can't get there. No, I think it was already on its way in. Had Fox not been there, he tried his best to keep it out, but couldn't. We lead by 1-0 and by 3-2 on aggregate here. Now back at home. Martin through the gap to Maitland-Niles. McGree, Tyrese Campbell's on his run, but will utilise Alvarez again out wide. Certainly been a coming of age kind of couple of games for him so far, hasn't it? Our record signing, the most expensive player signed by any championship club ever, Julian Alvarez. Gaining some traction in real life with regards to his reputation too. Oh, that would have been a hell of a goal if Lewis Ferguson had rifled that into the top corner, well blocked by the Stoke defence. Surridge trying to build a counter-attack. Maitland-Niles just cannot get it off him, but Riley McGree, rather acrobatically, wins possession back for us. And we could play him in. Is he onside here? I don't think so. We'll try and lift over the keeper. Oh my God, what a goal that would have been. And he was onside. Oh my gosh. So close to a second goal. You're telling me, Stuart Robson, how did that not go in? I was wondering exactly the same thing. What a goal that would have been. Oh, Riley, why did it not fall for you? This time, definitely off the bar and not in. Is Ben Brereton Diaz going to get there at the back post? No, Stoke under pressure here in this second leg. But other than that one goal from the set piece, they're standing firm. Edwards. Oh, he's driven that straight to Maitland-Niles, and it's been knocked away from him. Maitland-Niles forward to McGree, looking for Ben Brereton. Diaz in behind. Good save by Bursic. Hit first time, but the keeper makes a top stop. The goalkeeper certainly keeping up his level of performance from the opening game and a half. Now, we've played Stoke twice in the league, as we mentioned yesterday. Or, sorry, not yesterday. In Saturday's video. In the last episode, basically. And we won 2-1 and lost 2-1. We have now drawn 2-2. So it's still level pegging between the two sides as to who comes out on top on aggregate throughout the course of all 4 games. But we have the advantage here as we approach half-time. Oh, and hopefully we'll keep that advantage until... That's handball there from Etebo. We'll keep that advantage until at least half-time in this tie. And then, fingers crossed, full-time in this tie. And, of course, for the playoff semi-finals overall. And then that would mean Championship playoff final in the suit for tomorrow. But we've got to get there first. 45 minutes to go. 1-1 between Reading and Bournemouth. So Reading still hold a 3-2 aggregate lead there as well. Allen back to Brown and Surridge. Well intercepted by Maitland-Niles. Superbly done. Wrench. 1-2. Wrench to Lewis Ferguson. Maitland-Niles forward to Tyrese Campbell. You can see him making the run. Is he onside? No. Oh, Julian Alvarez brought it down beautifully well as well. Not quite able to get it done. Hopefully, that's not what we say at the end of this fixture. As things stand, we are getting it done. McGree will find Alvarez on this occasion. Look at Ben Brereton at the back post. No! Ben! Ben! How? Have I just put too much power on the shot? Potentially so. Oh my God. The chance to kill it, surely! Not taken. Vrancic. Forward to Surridge. Nice tackle by Wrench. Oh, into Vrancic. We've not gotten it away yet. We still haven't. It's to be a corner for Stoke. Are they making a change at these early stages? It looks like they are. Vrancic actually going off. And, I don't know, I tried to look around his shoulder to see the name on the back of the shirt. They made a change in their midfield. It's Nick Powell coming on for them. Delivered in. Kakachi's up. Headed it. I hesitate to say away, but Smith is offside. Thank God for that. Still 1-0. Half an hour between us and Wembley. I think you'll all agree that these fixtures have been much closer contested and much fairer. And much more in keeping with what we've seen so far throughout the course of this entire save, or in at least this second season at Championship level. This is what football's been like. Not 5-0 against Fulham, 5-1 against Stoke, and 4-0 against Stoke, as per the post-update patch change. I think we've pretty much hit the nail on the head with these sliders that we've set up now. Wow. Regardless of whatever the sliders are, that's an incredible goal from Brown. Stoke are level. The best goal of the entire double-headed tie so far. That is properly good. Down off the underside of the bar. That's the sort of effort that you can't do anything about with sliders or anything at all. That is just top quality from Brown. Joe Allen off for them. They make a change. It's 3-3 on aggregate now. And, well, I said last time I used these sliders and it felt like a decent game and like it was competitive, and as it should be, it was 2 score draws. That's exactly what we have again now. Brown with 1 goal in 2 matches. Stoke with 3 goals in 1 and a bit matches. And so do we at the minute. Campbell. No, that was supposed to go straight to Lewis Ferguson. I've misplaced my pass. 20 minutes now between the end of the game and potentially, as things stand, extra time to decide who gets to go to Wembley. He's made a great run there, McGree, but I'm not going to find him, thankfully. I think he actually run offside. Looking for Lewis Ferguson. And around the corner, Alvarez. Please, Riley. No, what a save. Can Diaz get there? No, he can't. Excellent stop by their goalkeeper to ensure that we don't take the lead again. Oh, God damn it. 15 to go. Time to make changes. McGree off. Gilmore on. Lewis Ferguson into the cam role. I hesitate to take Tyrese Campbell off because he is so good. I think that's just the one change I make so far. I'm tempted to bring Woods on as well. Lewis Ferguson is so good. See how much better he is than Woods. I'll just make the one change for now. I've got to bear extra time in mind as well, of course. We may need some of our substitutions to happen in an extra 30 minutes should the game head that way, which with now less than 15 minutes to go, it does look like that's going to be the case. Smith into Brown. Nodded down to Thompson. Brown deflected. Get there, Kakachi. Don't let it go out for a throw-in. Thank you. Keep that in play. Oh, my God. My heart is racing now. My heart is racing now. Alvarez down the line. I'm going to cut back inside and look for Tyrese Campbell, who's going to spin. And look for support from Riley McGree. He plays to make runs around me. Julian Alvarez is the obvious option. Can we find anyone? Diaz is at the back post again, but that's going to be straight to the keeper. 6 minutes between us and another 30 minutes. Driven quickly out to Smith, who can't keep it in play, crucially. Had me nervous there when there was so much space on this left-hand side for their right back. Brereton Diaz not there in front of Maitland-Niles, who's turned beautifully, and we'll find Ben Brereton Diaz again through that gap, looking for Lewis Ferguson. Through that, I'm looking for Tyrese Campbell, who'll square in. Julian Alvarez! Oh, I've gone all faint. Went all light-headed. I got so excited. Julian Alvarez! We're going to Wembley! Yes! Oh, my Lord. I had to sweat that. I'm so sorry, Stoke. I mean, in no universe would anybody not do that there. In the stoppage time at the end of an enthralling doubleheader in the Championship playoffs. We will go to Wembley thanks to 3 goals over the course of 2 legs from record signing Julian Alvarez, unless Stoke can find something in the final few seconds, which they may well do, but that's loose there from Fox, chopped by Wrench, ball goes out, yes! Wembley bound! Wembley bound! That was getting difficult. Stoke was superb again. We've just edged it. So far this season, 2-1 to them, 2-1 to me, 2-2, and 2-1 to me. I mean, if these 2 games don't show you that we've matched what was happening earlier in the season, I don't know what will. Literally the same result in that 4th game as game 1 and game 2 in the regular league season. And it only just came in the very, very last dying seconds. Julian Alvarez hasn't really done much in his Chesnoid FC career so far until those moments. Reading win 3-1 against Bournemouth. It will be Reading versus Chesnoid FC in the playoff final at Wembley. Oh, I genuinely nearly fainted when we scored that goal. I screamed. I wasn't watching my breathing too much. Exhaled so much so celebrating the goal that I started to go a bit lightheaded. Oh, we can breathe now. The boys deserve it. We worked damned hard for that. Oh, now, we had to stay switched on. You're damn right we did. Jesus Christ, Stoke were good in that game. Stoke were good in both games and could have had a number of goals in either. They did have a number of goals in the first one. Player contracts expiring. Don't care about Owen Ricketts. Riley McGree has completed his development plan. He's now up to 79 rated and he's going to take forever to change to anything else. So we can leave him as is for now. Now, what have we done against Reading so far this season in the league? We played them relatively recently in February and we won by 2-1. And right at the very beginning of the season, we lost by 1-0. So, again, a win apiece and hard to call which way it could go at Wembley. The playoff final coming on the 4th in just 4 days' time, so I'm not even sure whether everybody will be fully fit. We'll find out at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. I'll go and dig the suit out. Join me tomorrow for a playoff final special in the suit. I think I need to lie down after that. Oh, Christ. I'm so glad that we've been able to find the sweet spot with those sliders. That could have gone easily either way. Oh, dearie me. Right. I'll see you tomorrow.